In the last session, we inform you that disbursement will be happening between Tuesday and Wednesday in the new week, and disbursement did not come as anticipated. The repeated occurrences of adjournment of disbursement every time it is scheduled to happen. However, I'm here to assure you to still keep on holding on, because the failure of disbursement to happen on Wednesday as anticipated and Thursday doesn't imply it's not going to happen again. As usual, as future going people, future thinking people we are always ready to understand why it failed to occur and the arrangement towards it occurring in the days ahead. That is why we are here to inform you some of those salient reasons or feedback gathered from grant stakeholders why disbursement did not occur in Tuesday and Wednesday, and when it is going to occur. And again, in this session, we will address other issues bordering around the fate of those grant subscribers who filled the Google form, as well as the NGO who appeared at Abuja for screening and verification for the UAAG grant. We will equally address the arrangement made towards those who applied for the Pioneer, the CBN slots, the fate of those CEOs or company holders who applied for the government NGO as is circulated ahead of disbursement. Let's quickly address the first concern of this session, which is why disbursement did not occur on Tuesday and Wednesday as was anticipated. We were briefed by grant stakeholders that the government of the country has taken absolute control of the entire grant activity. In which ways? Government wants the disbursement of these grants to bear the signature of the party of the day, which is the APC government. Yes, and there is two parts to this grant, which is the cash disbursement and the project. The aspect of cash disbursement is the one where the CEOs went to Abuja for verification exercise. That aspect, even though you as a cooperative profile your cooperative to receive the fund, it must bear the narration that this fund is provided by the APC-led federal government of Nigeria. Therefore, most of the key stakeholders that are handling this aspect of cash disbursement are requested to profile themselves in the party, in the APC government, in a certain cadre of membership in the APC government. Therefore, all the glory of the fund that will be disbursed to will be under the credit of the APC-led government of the day. The same thing happens with the project part of the grants. Recall, there's the part of the grant that will focus on providing instruments, tools, equipment to entrepreneurs, traders, agriculturists, artisans in the country. The stakeholders are profiling themselves to ensure the credit of this disbursement will go to the APC-led government. That is why disbursement did not take place on Tuesday and Wednesday as anticipated, and the activity is currently ongoing. Let's move straight to the second subject of this session, which is the fate of those CEOs or company holders who applied for the CBN category slots, the Pioneers, IMF fund, as well as government NGO. Currently, it is important for everyone in the grant ecosystem to realize that the government NGO, the CBN category slots, the Pioneers and the IMF fund has been hijacked by fraudsters and scammers. Know who you are paying your money to. Those activities, although they were real from the onset, has been currently hijacked. We have so many comments in this channel seeking to know if CBN slot is still real, because in the WhatsApps and the Telegram groups, so many people are still promoting or registering people into those activities. And my answer is simple: know who you are giving your money to. Those activities has been hijacked. Know who you are giving your money to, because most of the promoters of those activities are not genuine in origin. Then on the concern of who will receive funds first when disbursement commences, if it's going to be those CEOs that went to Abuja for screening and verification exercise, or it's going to be those that apply for the CBN category slot and the government NGO respectively. The answer is the fund in question has a logistic inclination and at the same time the cash disbursement to CEOs. The logistic part of the grant is the part that will be disbursed to those stakeholders that facilitated the entire disbursement activity as logistics. This implies the CBN slots that you have been hearing of, the government NGO, are those percentage of the logistics that will be disbursed to the stakeholders, and they will use those NGOs and the cooperative to receive them. This implies the logistic part of the grant will first be disbursed to the grant stakeholders before disbursing to the NGOs who went to Abuja. Therefore, those that are applied for government NGO and the CBN slots, the pioneers as they always call it, all amounting to government NGO or the stakeholders percentage or the stakeholders fund. Those that fall under stakeholders will receive the fund first before the NGO CEOs who went to Abuja for verification exercise. I think this has addressed the concern of those who sought to know who will